What if you could pocket your first $10,000 in real estate profits without ever buying a house, dealing with a single tenant, or needing a huge down payment? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, stick with me for the next few minutes, and I'll give you the step-by-step playbook for doing exactly that through tax lien investing. You're about to learn how to turn someone else's unpaid property taxes into a high-yield investment for yourself. This is a government-regulated process, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to get in on the action. So what on earth is a tax lien, and why is this even a thing? It's actually pretty simple. Every city and county needs money to run, to fund schools, fire departments, roads, all that essential stuff. And they get most of that money from property taxes. When a property owner falls behind on their taxes, the county has a budget shortfall. Instead of dealing with a long, messy foreclosure process themselves, they package that debt into something called a tax lien certificate and sell it to investors. Like you. Let's be crystal clear. You are not buying the property. You are buying the debt. You're basically stepping in and paying the property owner's overdue tax bill for them. In return, the government gives you the legal right to collect what you paid plus a high rate of interest from the property owner. It's an investment secured by the real estate itself, which puts it in a very interesting class of its own. All right, let's get to the good stuff. I'm going to break this down into 5 simple, actionable steps that will be the bedrock of your investing career. First things first, you have to understand the difference between a tax lien and a tax deed. A tax lien is a claim for a debt that lets you earn interest. A tax deed, on the other hand, gives you ownership of the property itself. Some states sell liens, others sell deeds. We're focused on tax liens because they're the perfect entry point for beginners, acting primarily as a high-yield interest play. The government sets a maximum interest rate you can earn, which can be as high as 18, 24, or even 36% depending on the state. That's a whole different universe from the pocket change you get in a savings account. Okay, so where are these liens hiding? They're not hidden at all. Counties are legally required to make this information public. Your treasure hunt begins online with the county treasurer or tax collector's office. Just search for things like county name, tax lien auction, or state name, tax lien sale, and you'll find official government sites. There are also great third-party websites like GovEase, Bid4Assets, and RealAuction.com that pull together sales from all over the country, so you can hunt for gold right from your couch. These sites list the properties, how much is owed, and when the auction is happening. This is where the magic happens. Auctions can be held in person, old school style at a courthouse, or more and more online. There are 2 main bidding methods, and you absolutely have to know which one you're walking into. The first is called bid down the interest rate. Here, the bidding starts at the state's maximum rate and investors bid it down. The person who agrees to accept the lowest interest rate wins the lien. You might win by bidding 8%, just edging out someone who would only go down to 8.25%. This is a common setup in states like Florida and Arizona. But remember that the exact auction mechanics can vary. The second strategy is premium bidding. With this one, you bid an amount over the lien amount. For a $2,000 lien, you might bid a $500 premium, paying a total of $2,500. The highest bidder wins. Now, what happens to that premium is the million-dollar question. In some states, the county just pockets your premium. Ouch. But in others, the premium is eventually returned to you when the lien is paid off. You have to know the local rules before you even think about bidding a premium. This is the beautiful part. There are 2 ways this story ends, and both are pretty good for you. The vast majority of the time, the property owner redeems the lien. This means they pay the county what they owe, plus the full interest rate you won at auction. This happens during a legally required redemption period, which can be anywhere from 6 months to 3 years. You put your money in, you wait, and then the county sends you a check for your original investment plus all that juicy interest. It's about as passive as an investment gets. While redemption rates are high, often over 90% in many areas, they can vary a lot by location and economic climate, so don't bank on a single number. If the owner doesn't redeem in time, you now have the right to foreclose. This is where people's eyes get wide, thinking they can get a $100,000 house for a $3,000 lien. And while that's technically possible, it's extremely rare and not a beginner's game. Foreclosure is a complex and expensive legal process. Plus, the properties that go this far often have serious problems. They're landlocked, sitting in a swamp, or have other title issues. Think of foreclosure as a potential, but highly unlikely, bonus, not the goal. So how do we use this to actually hit that $10,000 goal? By being smart. In a bid-down interest state, your mission is to scoop up multiple liens at a decent interest rate. Don't get dragged into a bidding war that pushes your return down to 2%. Set a minimum rate you'll accept, like 7%, and walk away if it goes lower. Your first $10,000 will most likely come from the combined interest of several redeemed liens. In a premium bidding state, you have to be a detective. If the premium is returned, great, your profit is the interest. But remember, returned might come with fees or a long wait. If the county keeps the premium, you have to be incredibly careful. Any premium you bid is a direct hit to your profit. Only bid a tiny premium on a property you are almost certain will redeem. Your path to $10,000 is a numbers game. It'll likely be from 20 liens earning you $500 in interest each, not from one lucky foreclosure home run. I've been in this game for over a decade, and I've coached hundreds of students who started right where you are, curious, but a little overwhelmed. They learned this system, sidestepped the rookie mistakes, and built real wealth. This is a skill you can learn. And to help you, I've put together a free resource for you. It's my step-by-step tax lien investing guide, and it breaks down the rules for all 50 states. It's the perfect companion to this video. You can grab it right now for free using the link in the description. Okay, real talk. A lot of people who try this fail, and they almost always crash and burn for the same handful of reasons. If you can avoid these, you're already way ahead of the pack. The single biggest mistake is failing to do your due diligence. Just because a lien is on the list doesn't make it a good investment. You have to research the property. What if the lien is for a worthless sliver of land between two buildings? Or a patch of swamp that's underwater half the year? If the owner walks away, you're stuck with a useless asset and you've lost your money. Use Google Maps, check county records, and look for other problems. Never, ever bid on a property you haven't laid eyes on, even digitally. The second mistake is not understanding the local rules. I've said it before, but it's that important. Rules on premiums, redemption periods, and interest all change from place to place. Showing up to an auction without knowing these rules is like playing poker, but letting your opponent make up the rules as you go. You're going to lose. Read the auction guidelines. Finally, so many beginners get auction fever and overbid. In the heat of the moment, that competitive streak kicks in, and you end up accepting a 1% interest rate or paying a premium that wipes out your profit. Set your limits before the auction starts and stick to them. Discipline is what separates the pros from the people who lose their shirts. So there you have it. Tax lien investing is a powerful, government-regulated strategy to generate high-yield returns. You're helping the county, and in return, you either get your money back with great interest or you get a chance to acquire property. The road to your first $10,000 isn't a get-rich-quick fantasy. It's a systematic process. It's about understanding the rules, finding the right opportunities, bidding smart, and, most importantly, avoiding those killer mistakes. You now have the foundational playbook. You know what liens are, where to find them, and how the game is played. Your next step is to go deeper. It's your roadmap for the specific rules in your state, and will put you on the fast track to that first 5-figure milestone. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Also check out the free resources in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.